to be very, very honest and to be objective is what happened. Because a lot of people don't really know what happened. A lot of people are throwing daggers at me and they have got no clue as to what happened, what transpired, you know, for me to be beaten up. Because the truth of the matter is that I was just mobbed by goons, you know, and I was just defending myself. So what happened was that we went into a room like this one. There were 2 rooms actually, divided into 2. So like this room and maybe there's another room. So we got into the 3rd room. And we had a conversation with Chebukati. A conversation which was actually recorded. And I think it was released by Ledama Olekina later. And we wanted to know the results. Because what was going on was not very honest. You know, what was transpiring at that particular moment, things were just not right. So we asked Chebukati to tell us what is going on. Chebukati said, you know, you signed the documents. In fact, at first, he refused to speak to me because I'm the one who went there and spoke to him. You know, and I've assisted him before. I helped him before. There was a time he was being debated at the National Assembly, and we met and over a cup of coffee and we discussed. And I advised him on what to do to be able to get over those challenges. So I considered him as a friend. So I said, my friend, can you tell me what's going on? What's cutting here? Then he says, I cannot respond to that because you're not an agent. I said, fair enough. I have the agent here. The agent can ask. So when the agent asked the question, he said, I need to see the results so that I can be able to do what? To sign them. Then Chebukati was like, it's too late. You know, just sign the report. There's 1 copy there. He said, no, I need my copy. So we started fighting in terms of when you're signing a document, you should be given a copy. So little did I know that in the next room, when we were leaving, the entire Kenya Kwanza team was seated there. And in fact, I didn't even see everyone. The person who I saw was the Speaker Kingi. I saw my friend, former governor of Machakos. And then I saw the Speaker of the National Assembly. That is the Right Honorable Moses Wetangula. And I actually pointed at Moses Wetangula and I said, my friend, can you talk to these people? Because at that point, the fact that Moses Wetangula was already with Kenya Kwanza had evaporated from my head. So I was still looking at him as a NASA principal. And I said, can you please tell these people what happened? You see, you know the way they messed us up during NASA. Do you really want that to happen here? Then Wetangula looked at me and he said, why are you pointing at me? I said, because you are my colleague and you are a friend. All I want is to be sure that whoever has won this election has won it, you know, the right way. So he was like, he just kept quiet. So I walked out. When I was leaving, I bumped into Sakaja. Sakaja was actually entering to now sit. That room, it was only Kenya Kwanza. That's when it dawned on me that we had lost that election. So I walked out. And when I walked out, I was now going in to walk away. When I was coming down the stairs, guess who I bumped into? Orengo, Rarienda MP, Otende Amolo. So when I saw them, I said, you know, you go back. So when we started going back to the podium, then guess who comes there? This fellow called, then we see Chebukati and now the entire team now coming down. We said, oh, good. So we went and sat down. So when he sat down, our intention was to literally look at the results. So we wanted to grab the results so that we can have a look at the results. Let me tell you, within a split of a second, whatever transpired there, you will read that in my book when I write it. So when I was leaving, I was stripped by a cable of the whatever, what do you call it, for the podium, for the mic, yeah? So I just removed it and I threw it out and I walked out. So when I was walking out is when the OCS was now calling for backup, you know? So I walked out and I'm walking out so that I can go. Little did I know, there are already goons there waiting for me so that the moment I go out, they start clobbering me. So I walked down, you know, some GSU guys tried to hit me. I told them, I'll follow you up to where your mother's house is and I'll get you out. You'll explain to me why you're beating me. Why would you want to hit me? He said, no, Mheshimiwa, no. I said, okay, I'm peacefully walking. So since I'm peacefully walking, let me walk out. If you don't want me in these premises, I will do that. I'll go. When I went, I passed Duale In fact, Dwale started laughing at me, you know, and I just told him, Mumeiba. So when I walked out like this, someone tripped me. So I went down. Now that's when they started beating me. Then it dawned on me that, shit, I'm actually, you know, I could lose my life here. So this guy started now stepping on me, you know, literally. One of them hit me with his boot here. So lucky enough, I'm a big guy. So I was able to get up, you know, and defend myself. So when I stood up to defend myself, when I was now walking out, you know, someone pulled one of my shukas. Pulled it. In fact, it's a different color. Pulled it. So when he pulled it, before I could like turn back to try and pull it, someone came with a chair. Boom! Just started hitting me with a chair. There was some other MPs, I think the MP from Belgut, started hitting me with something black, with another blunt object. So all these guys started fighting me. I'm going up. These other guys started slapping me. So what do? I have to defend myself. Then this other guy coming, when he started hitting me, I had my other rungu, not this one. I wish I had this one. This one is a little bit taller, longer. So at least I would have been able to hit people far to stop them from coming to hit me. So that one had a crack here. So by the time I was getting up like this, it hit one of those chairs which people were trying to hit me. So the other piece went down. Then of course now I had to defend myself. So literally I just started pushing everybody out. I'm pushing everyone. Lucky enough, I'm a strong guy. So I pushed some guys, about 4 of them went down, you know? So another one stood up, started hitting me. I was just literally just shoving my stick like this until I finally got out. So when I went out is when I realized that my rungu had broken and I didn't have all my clothes. So trying to go back, the GSUs were like, no, you cannot come in. So that's exactly what happened. So you asked a simple question. Reflecting back, am I justified or were my actions justified? Absolutely yes, because I was defending myself. And I wanted to know what is right. And Kenyans out there, people who went and voted. Remember, 7 million people, according to IBC, voted for Ruto. 6.9 million people voted for Raila. 8 million people did not vote. Do you want to tell me that as a leader, someone who is paid his salary by taxpayers, you'd not want to tell them the truth? I was only seeking for the truth. You know, I look back at what happened, and even if it's tomorrow, I would still do it again, so that I can prove to the people that the only way that we are going to move this country, you know, from some colonial mentality or some sort of like mentality where people believe that there's certain things which are reserved for a few, is when people stand up to fight for their rights. And that's exactly what I'm doing.